TheShow.global
with David Newsom and Dion Mavath.
Well, hello there, and welcome to TheShow.global, episode number 16, with Dion Mavath. He's sitting over there, although you can't see where there is because it's radio, and myself, David Newsom. Good morning, evening, and good night, depending on what time being a recorded show this is played out at. Didn't think that through.
Morning-ish, afternoon, night-ish, from over here.
From over here, yeah, all the way over the other side of the desk. God,
over
Dion,
here.
You're looking small over there.
I know.
When you get up close to you, you're massive.
Massive.
So, Dion, you are massive. Because we like to have a little recap of what we've been doing. We've been away last week, and Dion has been away in Italy, haven't you, Dion? Look, Jesus! That is one big belly, mate.
There's a lot of carbs been going in there, a lot of pizza crust, a lot of pasta.
Mate, it looks like there's a small child in there. Are you pregnant? Did your wife get you pregnant over?
I could have been. I feel like I'm pregnant. I'm weighing in at a hefty...
Dion, you look like you're pregnant.
Weighing in at a few hefty kilos extra, for sure.
You've got that glow.
I'm glowing.
You're glowing.
Yeah.
You simply go...
That's the pasta glow.
Yeah, why do people say that when a woman's pregnant? She's got a glow.
Maybe she
No,
glows.
she looks fat and run down.
I think it's the hormones on the skin and the glowness. I don't know.
She's got the same glow that I have after a night out. When I come in, I'm like, oh, God. When you got that red alcohol look, you just look like you're still drunk. That's the glow.
Not quite, dude. Not quite.
Probably not. Although I imagine her body is feeling just as abused with something inside kicking around. Yeah. So, Italy. How was it? Tell me about it.
Italy was amazing. Mm-hmm. Did a driving tour around Italy and then a few days in the Amalfi Coast.
Some quite sexy cars, I've heard.
Well, quite sexy cars.
Go on. Tell which cars.
Luckily, I have a friend who's a test driver for Ferrari and Lamborghini.
Yeah?
So the latest Ferraris, the latest Lamborghinis, the latest McLarens.
Oh, yeah, so any VW Golfs in there?
No VW Golfs.
You didn't hire a Fiat Punto?
No Fiat Pandas either. I did take an affliction with the Panda while I was there, after seeing so many of them.
Really? There are a lot.
And those three-wheeler cars that they drive around in, the old men in the villages drive around in those three-wheeler cars.
What are those?
I don't know what they are, but they're fantastic.
I don't know, but I want. I want one.
They're like little scooter carts.
Wheel at the back or wheel at the front?
One wheel at the front, two at the back.
Oh, that's unstable.
With a tray at the back.
That's unstable because that's like. Oh, I know the ones you mean. Yeah. Yes, they're like little motorbike type things. Yeah. Oh, they are brilliant. Little kind of Italian tuk-tuks.
Yeah, they're Italian tuk-tuks.
Italian tuk-tuks.
Yeah.
What would that be? That'd be Italuk. An Italuk. Italuk.
Italuk.
So good trip though, yeah.
Fantastic trip.
Yeah. Any women?
Well, I took my wife.
Pause too long.
Yeah.
Pause too long there.
So there was only one woman. There was only one woman.
And a lot of cars. A lot of cars.
Wasted, a lot of beautiful scenery and a lot of beautiful food.
Amalfi Coast, nice. I've heard it's lovely.
You know what? I think my expectation was too high.
Really?
Yeah. It was beautiful. But I don't think Europeans have any clue what a beach really is.
No.
It's black stone going into freezing cold water.
Yes.
That's not my idea of a beach coming from Australia. White sand and warm water is more my idea of a beach.
But it probably looks nice from a yacht as you're sailing past.
I don't know.
Maybe. You see all the rocks and the kind of, that looks pretty. See, in the UK, we have a great idea of beach. It usually involves condoms, hypodermic needles and tampons. If it hasn't got those three on them, it's not a beach.
It's not a day at the beach.
Yeah, with a sewage pipe just coming out the side. I mean, unless it's got those items, I'm just not... go to the Maldives, I'm like, these are shit beaches. Where are the turds? I want to see a floater swimming past me. That's what I want. With Dion, I went to London. Had a very messy...
Same old
3
story,
days,
really.
yeah.
Same old story, really.
I could just...
You did see your cats off, though.
Oh, yeah, sad news. I wish I had some... We need to get, like, an effects box so we can start playing stuff. Some very, very sad news. Really quite sad. Basically, my cats, I've had them in Dubai for a long time, and I sent them back packing with my mum, and I flew back with them, or flew back the next day. And it was just quite sad to see the little fuckers there. They're all kind of all scared, but they've got a garden now. One of them started chasing birds already. I'm happy, but one of them's also pissing on my mum's floor, left, right, and centre, and also pissed on my mum's bed as well. So they might be coming back.
That's usually a sign that the cat is stressed or sick.
Well, I would have thought living with me would have been the most stressful.
Stressful and sickening.
Yeah, but the other one just doesn't give a shit. The other one was actually when we got him. He got out of the van. You would have thought he'd have been like, all kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Got him out of the van, walked inside. He's asleep in the box, just laying down. Opened the thing, and he couldn't even bother to come out. I was like,
nice.
Quite comfortable in it. I couldn't give a shit about anything. He just thought it was a nice sort of like ride or something. I don't know what he thought it was. But anyway, they're all okay. Proceeded by a very, very messy weekend. I went to Gay Pride.
Very cool.
Gay Pride in London, which was very good. And also big news while we were away, the US legalised same-sex marriage as well, didn't it? Same-sex marriage, not same-sex or whatever that is.
And then everyone proceeded to change their photos to the rainbow?
Yes, which I didn't.
I didn't.
I was going to put something else up.
I'm not one for group mentality.
Yeah, I did.
While supporting the act, I don't think that my changing a picture to a rainbow is really going to.
I don't either. It's like a minute's silence for the Tunisian.
In fact, it actually turned out that it was just a Facebook test.
Well, they reckon. There's rumours that it was actually just a test to see who are kind of like who to target in another marketing data collection thing. But no, basically, it's things like the minute silence and stuff like that. You kind of think. It's not going to change anything. Is there much point?
I don't know. I quite like the minute silence.
Yeah, I do. I kind of agree. You should show you some respect on that. But I kind of think like when people take it too seriously, when people forward on those things like saying, write this on your wall to show your support of whatever, and you're like, it doesn't do anything. It's pointless.
Really. Considering only I think they say about 6% of your total Facebook friends actually see your posts.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Most of them 6% may see them. All of them ignore them
and then delete.
Basically, this gay pride thing, right? The best thing about gay pride, do you know the legalising of same-sex marriages, I've got to say that right, in the US. You know what the best thing was, Dion? And it was at London Gay Pride.
The party?
No, it wasn't.
The ISIS.
Yeah, the
ISIS flag that CNN reported seeing an ISIS flag at. Yes, I was reading about this.
Is brilliant.
At first look, I kind of like had a quick glance. And I was like, hang on, that does look like an ISIS flag. Then I had a closer look, and it's just a black flag full of dildos.
Yeah. So basically, you've got the parade going on. CNN legitimately reported about this. The
breaking news.
Breaking news. ISIS have infiltrated gay pride. Now, of all the places they're going to infiltrate, I would not think gay pride would be one of them.
It wouldn't be big on their
so she
membership drive, that's for sure.
Do you know what the report said? She actually went to the police saying, I'm really concerned. And the policeman's just like giggling, like, yeah, you're an idiot. And they actually even got a terrorism expert into the studio, or on the phone. He obviously hadn't seen the pictures. He's like, well, it does seem a little unusual that they would be marching with gay people, but you never know. You never know. Yes, you do know. It's clearly not going to be ISIS, is it?
But that's something that reporter will never ever live down.
No, she's probably
the story's actually been taken off CNN.
Yeah, it has
been deleted.
Yeah, 7 glorious minutes.
7 glorious
minutes. They did a serious topic.
But she'll never be taken seriously again. That's pretty much
a serious topic.
In the staff meetings, and now she's never going to be taken seriously.
She's going to Mrs. Dildo.
Yeah.
No, she literally, it's a black flag full of cocks, and she's reporting it as an ISIS flag.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I think it's gobbledygook. I mean, how can you work at CNN and not know what a dildo is? That's, know. But it's but brilliant. So if you haven't seen the story, check it out. Other big news this week as well. Paris Hilton in Dubai.
Yes.
She's suing the Egyptian broadcaster because I agree with Paris on this.
But it's now come out that she was paid $1 million to do it.
No, she was paid $1 million to appear to come for the weekend.
No. She was paid by the production company of the TV show, and they offered it to other celebrities as well. $1 million to appear on the plane for the hoax.
I will check this out, but basically, if you haven't seen
it's been reported this week.
Are you sure? Because there was rumours, but she's actually suing. If she does sue them, though, she's
not suing them. I mean, have a for one fact. Where was her manager? Where was her PA? Where was her stylist? None of them were on the plane.
Okay, well, I think that anyway. Paris Hilton, she basically got on the plane. They made a thing.
It was just another PR scam from Paris Hilton.
I'm not convinced. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll follow this up next week.
My first story goes back to Dion being massive, basically.
Massive, just big in Japan, or massive.
So there's a dating website for the well-endowed man.
No way.
You can only get onto this dating website if you're 7 inches or more.
Whoa.
And the website's name is 7 or better.
Yeah.
So it's for men who are well-endowed and women who like men who are well-endowed.
Who doesn't?
Which really questions who's on the 3 or under website, really. That's what's baffling for me. You have to be able to prove it with a photo.
Yeah.
That you're 7 or under. I'm sure people are just taking my photo and putting it up there.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. And then the 3 and under as well. Just sort of, the Zoom function. Zoom has never been so needed.
But it's interesting to me how they're segregating the dating market now.
Well, the dating market's always been segregated, though.
This is true. This is true.
There's
there was Grindr, there was Tinder, there was...
Yeah, but there's also been people that like me, and then there's you. There's kind of... I've always been the better looking one of us, really. That's why I'm single, not married, and, haven't had a girlfriend for 4 years. But, the dating has always been segregated. That's the whole point of dating, surely, isn't it? It has to be segregation. Without segregation, dating would just be a fuck fest. Would it not? You would just go into a restaurant and everybody would just start fucking because there's no segregation.
Well, it's not segregation. It's a choice, though, isn't it?
Well, exactly. If everybody was just like...
So you're just like saying if everybody was just the same. Then everyone would have to look the same.
Oh, you'll do. You'll do as well. Yeah, and you.
That was called the 60s, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Shit. My mum was born in the 60s. And Princess Diana, she was born in the 60s. She would be, I think, 54 this year. That makes you feel
still
old.
Quite young.
No, but doesn't that make you feel old, though? 54. I've got an image of her.
I thought she was a lot older.
Really?
For some reason, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, how was Prince Charles? He's got to be in the late 60s easily.
No, he's I don't know, something like that. Yeah, but Prince is always married.
Maybe even older than that, 70s, maybe early 70s.
No, he's not in the 70s. Not in the 70s, I don't think. Anyway, so go on dating, yeah. So you're on the site, or you're gonna not? Obviously not, because the wife is listening.
Well, and because it's blocked in the UAE.
Oh right, yeah. yes. Of course that. Well, my first story, keeping with trivial, hot dogs. The World Hot Dog Eating Contest has happened. Now, I want to go and see one of these just because I don't believe it's possible. The champ has swallowed 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
With bun. How is that possible?
The bun, man. It's just the bun that would just be so dry.
I just can't see how that's possible to fit 60. I mean, 62 is one is about that big. I mean, we used to do challenges in the office like Dairy Lee, the cheese triangles. We tried to eat 100. Some guy got 56 in an hour, puked up everywhere. We've had a Mars bar challenge. Can you eat 8 Mars bars in an hour?
Oof.
You don't think it's a lot?
Fun size, maybe.
Oh yeah, fun size. There's nothing fun about them. Why are they called fun size? It's a ridiculous name for them.
It's not fun at all.
You get them. You're like, it's just a disappointment. It's disappointing size. Yeah. That's all they are. But the normal size Mars bar, you don't realise it's actually about 4,000 calories or something when you eat 8. It's a great one to bet if you are gambling out there, which obviously no one in Dubai would be doing because it's illegal. But if you are, which you probably are, then I would definitely do the Mars bar challenge. 8 Mars bars in an hour. See if it's possible. I guarantee it
does seem like a lot.
It is a lot. Anyway, he's eaten 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes. There's not really much of a story there. A woman, she ate 38 hot dogs in 10 minutes as well. In Vegas, of course. Of course, it's Vegas.
Only in Vegas.
I'm surprised they didn't do it here. Because it's kind of like Arabs are good at eating. They have the highest rates of obesity and diabetes in the world now, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
So they should maybe do it as well. Dion, what's your next story?
So my next story... Remember how I think a few weeks ago we were talking about having a full-on drugged-up Olympics?
Oh,
remember? Just get the guys totally steroided up. Let's see how fast the human really can go, how much the human really can lift with science involved.
Yeah.
So the Swedish synchronized swimming team have taken this a little bit further.
No way.
So they've been sponsored by a beer company to do their routine drunk.
Surely that's...
And it's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, if you're doing something like, I don't know...
It's for their Don't Drink and Dive campaign. Obviously, there's a lot of Swedish people
and yet they're
diving and drinking at the same time. I guess that's a thing.
This is a problem.
This is a problem in Sweden.
Really? No, I just like to have a drink and then I jump in.
So the Swedish synchronized swimming team was treated to free booze and asked to perform inebriated as part of the water safety campaign.
Oh, I love this idea.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And they've posted the video to YouTube.
Oh, that's a great idea. Do you know what the best bit is? I think this is what Olympics should be about. I mean, it adds an air of danger. Dive in piss. They might forget to take a breath. They're like, shit, I've got 30 seconds underwater.
But at the beginning of the video, they seem to be doing okay.
Yeah.
But then the alcohol seems to be starting to take effect. And some of them start to struggle to stay afloat.
I mean, surely this has got to be stopped on health and safety grounds. No, I say actively encourage. This is brilliant.
But it seems that in 2014, it was a 10-year high in Sweden of people dying from being intoxicated while swimming.
Yeah, but that's probably like 2 or something. I mean, Sweden's one of the coldest places in the world.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. It's only like about a day a year you can actually get in the water. So I'm amazed this happens.
Yeah, I found it incredibly hilarious.
It is. I think that's brilliant. I'm a big advocate. I think we should start the website More Drugs in Sport.
More drugs in sport.
More drugs in sport. I want to see a man crumble into dust as he crosses the finish line, as his body just gives up and dies. That's what I want to see. Not him die. I want him to live, but, at least then want him to break the 100-metre record in 3 seconds flat. 3 seconds.
And then drink a beer.
Yeah, exactly. And then get smashed. Anyway, Dan, we're going to move on to your home country.
Okay. What have the Aussies done now?
What have the Aussies done now?
Beat the British at everything.
Oh, fuck. There's this guy's great. A mystery undertaker has been spotted paddling in a coffin on a lake. This is cruel, but great. Next to a hospice for the terminally ill.
A bit sick.
There's something quite sick, but also quite funny about that.
I wonder if that was intentional, or was he just paddling back and forth in front of the hospice, or was he just passing by?
He does it quite a lot, apparently. Several sightings of a man in full funeral attire using a coffin
that's terrible.
for a stand-up paddleboard leaves witnesses confused and freaked out. Terminally ill patients have been left traumatised. Well, they won't be traumatised for long, put it that way.
Oh, well, that's still sad. I mean, that's some emotional distress there.
The man paddled on the water of a lake dressed as an undertaker yards from the hospice. Just imagine. You think you're losing your mind. You're sitting there, sort of like, a couple of weeks left to live. Oh, let's look out the window. Jesus, what is that? Maybe just advertising. Maybe. You know. Apparently, they found out the man who did it. He hasn't actually said a reason why he does it. But he says he doesn't. That's it. He just does it.
Does it? Because he can.
He says his purpose is to give hope to the oppressed. And how? How is that? And to put the fear of God into the oppressors, villains and rogues that surround us all. Whoever you are, whatever your name is, I can't remember. I can't find you in the article, and I can't bother. It's in Canberra.
Canberra's completely boring, so that's kind of one of the reasons.
Probably the most exciting thing there. Tom Simat, there we go. Anyway, we salute you for being a little bit odd, a little bit sick, but ultimately quite amusing. Dion, what's your next story?
Well, my next story isn't really humorous. It isn't really anything.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of some sort.
Yeah.
So there's a company in America, North Carolina to be precise,
yeah,
that's making bubble wrap that isn't poppable.
Fuck off.
I mean, what's the point?
What's
the point of bubble wrap is to...
Do you know what?
To pop it. My cats love jumping on it just to hear the pop and then running off and coming back and doing it again.
Mate, everyone does. I've never... That's the one thing...
I like rolling it up and then... squeezing it all on so you get lots of it. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, but do you know what? Bubble wrap is one thing I think that unites the world. You know, no matter what race, colour, religion, you give someone bubble wrap, same reaction.
Same reaction.
It's just like...
Pop, pop, pop.
You could put people who hate each other in a room. You could sit there at the United Nations with Iran and, I don't know, who hates Iran? Everyone. I don't know, America. You could sit there with them arguing about some atomic bollocks, give them some bubble wrap. Oh, it's all... Literally, 5 minutes later, they'll be happy. MDMA and bubble wrap, world problem sorted. that would be everyone laughing, everyone hugging in a big bubble wrap orgy. So what's happening in Dion? So why is all this bubble wrap going? Why are they doing it?
So it can be reused.
You still reuse bubble wrap.
Well, it doesn't have any bubbles anymore once you've popped them all.
It's true, but surely I hate that company. I hope they go bankrupt. I
was not impressed.
I hope they lose their entire business. I've never wished ill on someone more than that person who invented that. That is just wrong. Dion, the weather's good in the UK at the moment, which is a miracle. Do you know what? There's been a massive...
It's the heat wave.
It's the heat wave,
It keeps on coming every year, at the same time of year, every time. Straight that.
Summer, isn't it? It's really weird. July, it's really odd how this heat wave always comes at roughly the same time every year.
Most people just call it summer, but...
No. In the UK, it's a heat wave. It's a heat wave. Do you know what there's a rise on in the UK? During the heat wave?
Speedo purchases.
That should never be a rise on Speedo purchases. Never, Dion.
I was gutted I didn't take mine to Italy. There was quite the
Did you?
prominence of Speedos.
Speedo, banana hammocks.
Yeah.
Lovely. Bet there was.
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of people grateful you did not take.
Probably, especially with my big belly now.
And your 3-inch monster down there.
7 and better. 7 or better.
3 inch and under. No, basically, there's been a massive increase on people having sex outside. So the hot weather has made people get frisky. And I've got to be honest, it's true. There's nothing better than being in the UK. And when the heat wave comes, people just go mental. You go outside, it's like midday.
Yeah.
There's people pissed in the street. You can pull birds left, right and centre. It lasts for about a week, obviously. Then it goes back to being miserable and no one doing anything. But it's an epic heat wave. The heat wave. It's epic. It's brilliant. Down under, though, not so hot, is it, at the moment?
No, it's winter.
Yeah.
Bit chilly.
It's a shame, bit chilly.
chilly.
Make your 3 inches to 2 inches.
Yeah. Shrinkage.
What's your next story?
My next story is the story to beat all stories.
Really?
I'm going to hype this up.
Is it better than the gummy bears being firing at the bird's arse with an air cannon?
Yep, better.
Whoa, that is
better than Stinky Surfer's bum.
No.
Yep.
Jesus.
And guess where it's from?
Oh, is it from China?
It's from China. We do love our Chinese stories.
Oh, we do, yeah, we do. Go on.
So a Chinese outdoor advertising screen has been showing porn videos.
What, sorry? A Chinese, what?
Outdoor advertising screen.
Yeah?
Like an outdoor advertising billboard. An electronic billboard has been showing porn videos.
Yeah?
With visuals and audio.
No.
Playing. So the police were called and pulled the plug on it. It was facing a local hospital and belongs to a local real estate company.
Yeah.
Now, one of the employees at the real estate company, his name is Meng, decided to watch some porn in the office. What he didn't realize was that it was synced to the billboard. That computer was synced to the billboard.
Wrong DVD
So
player.
he's there knocking one out in the office. Meanwhile, this outdoor billboard is showing the porn to every passerby and driver by. The local hospital windows can see right into it.
Do you know what the best bit is though? You know how when you're watching porn you always skip on? You can almost see him, this giant billboard gets the
Storyline, action.
Action, yeah. When they're fully clothed, so he skips on to the good bit. So sort of, there we go, they're fully new.
Yeah.
Yep. She's now riding him like a cheap piece of meat. That's brilliant. Oh God, I love the Chinese. They are brilliant.
I love it. So he was arrested and ordered to spend 10 days in a detention centre. So there's no porn for him for 10 days. That might be the greatest story.
That might be, actually.
I can't believe that they had it synced from the office to the billboard.
I can.
It's brilliant.
That is excellent. It's I just need a moment to compose myself. The thought of walking past that billboard and just watching this and skipping on as it gets to the shit
even
bit.
the video showing the video
Yeah.
of people are just walking past. They're kind of looking at it and keep on walking. No one stops.
What are you going to do, Dion? Stop and have a wank? Just sort of sit there in the middle of the street. Oh, just one man in the corner. Just sitting there, I'm really enjoying this.
Surprise! That would have fitted into one of our other stories.
Just a bit.
A vigorous beating.
Just a massive wank off.
Yeah.
Remember the last week we spoke about the relentlessly gay woman who she had a yard. Basically, someone put a note on her door.
Oh, right, yes, and they didn't like her garden because it was a bit too gay.
Yeah. They said your garden's relentlessly gay. This is a Christian area. Might be a hoax.
Oh, really?
I'm lucky that through my laziness I didn't actually donate any money and I forgot. But it looks like Julie Barker of Baltimore, she raised $43,000. It may actually be rubbish. It might be a hoax.
Dion's not happy about this.
I know, no, because it turns out
we
the
were
letter...
very supportive of her.
We were very supportive of her. That she was going to rainbow her house, basically, paint it rainbow
You were going to
colours.
give her money, but we
I
were
was
too
gonna give her
lazy
money.
to remember.
We completely forgot. We are so lazy. I'm glad I was lazy in this instance. Basically, she... it looks like it's a hoax because the spelling on the... She always capitalises words like other.
Yeah.
And on her Facebook page, people noticed that the letter had lots of words that shouldn't be capitalised. And on her Facebook page had it as well. So it looks like she made it up. And also,
How can you tell that from the capitals?
No, because words that shouldn't be capitalised, like other, she always capitalises on her Facebook, and in the note was capitalised. People don't capitalise other. The word other.
Okay, so why does that say it's fraud, though?
Because she wrote the note herself, saying your yard is Dion, it's not a difficult concept to grasp.
Right, I see what you're doing. You're doing some CSI shit.
Yeah. So it looks like the note...
So it's the same handwriting almost.
It wasn't the same handwriting.
Well, that's
it was
what you're
typed.
saying.
It was typed, but the same words that she capitalised incorrectly on her Facebook
Which is very rare.
capitalised incorrectly on the note as well. So therefore, people are now saying this is a hoax. She wrote the note. Mysteriously as well, she's disappeared.
With $43,000.
With $43,000, which also suggests it may be a hoax as well. Probably the bigger clue, I think, that. She's been particularly cagey about what she's going to do with the money. Dion, moving swiftly on back to your home country again. Surfing. You like a bit of surfing,
I do like
you?
a bit of surfing.
But you're not going to like this fact. Surfers have climbed aboard a 42-foot board. I shouldn't use a board. That's bad English. In California to break the previous record, which was held in Australia for the most number of people surfing at once on the same board.
I've seen these boards.
I know. The 66 surfers managed to balance on the 42-foot custom-built board. Well, it's not going to be a regular board, is it? It's hardly not going to be custom.
People.
Yeah, 42-foot. Yeah,
buy it in the local surf shop.
What have you got? I'll have a 42-foot board, please. I'm really going out there extreme today. Just 42 feet. Basically Huntington Beach, California for 12 seconds on Saturday. That's a lot of people, 66 people on a board.
It is.
Looked a bit ridiculous as well. But they've smashed the previous record, Queensland, Australia, 47 surfers.
We'll just have to beat it.
You won't know. It's quite a big jump there.
Yeah, it is quite a big jump.
Yeah, it's quite a big jump. Yeah. You should get involved.
I actually don't even think we should bother. We should just
let them have it.
Yeah, have it.
Yeah.
Let's do more productive stuff.
And I think finally...
I haven't got any more stories. My last story was so brilliant that I'm going to drop the mic and walk out.
Boom! Dion out.
Dion has left the building.
Quickly,
Exit. Stage left. Quickly even.
I've got 2 quick stories.
All right, come on.
2 quick stories.
It's kind of anticlimactic after my story.
I know.
Right.
You should have left that one until the end, really.
Meng is our idol right now.
Yeah, legend. A man has been caught on camera inappropriately touching a mannequin in the middle of a busy street. The bizarre footage shows a man check over his shoulder before grabbing hold of several plastic body parts. The man was caught, he was grabbing a bum, boobs, proper having a grope, kisses it on the cheek, buries his face in her chest. Like, proper seriously, just in the middle of the street.
Motorboating the mannequin.
Why is it called motorboating? I've never
Because it sounds like a motorboat.
Oh, yeah. God, Dion, you're educational today.
Yeah.
You're funny, you've got good stories, you're educational. Italy's been good to you.
It has been.
It has been good to you. I can see with your stomach as well. It's been very good to you. And then he just...
happy people are happy people.
Oh, yeah. And then he just walks off. That's it. He just literally gropes.
So what exactly is against the law with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing against the law. But it was filmed in where was it filmed? I thought it was in the US. Oh, no. The man is of Arab descent, it looks like.
Oh, right.
Always the Arabs.
Weird.
Yeah. You sexually repress them, they go mental.
Mannequins.
They go mental with mannequins. Motorboating mannequins. My final story. In China, it's not as good as yours, though. I just feel like it's going to be a disappointment.
Okay, well, come on. Disappoint me. Usually do.
Okay, well, a man, he was out, he bought 2 puppies. It was in China, in Yunnan province. I'm not even excited by this because I just know it's going to be shit compared to your one. And
you better not kill these dogs, otherwise I'm going to stop you right there.
No, he raised them for 2 years, only to discover that they weren't actually dogs. When they started getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, they were black bears. So he's sitting there at home like,
these dogs eat a lot.
Yeah, it was like they're getting bigger and bigger, and they're starting to kill. He lives on a farm or something, or near a farm, and he was a bit suspicious when one of them mauled a sheep and just dragged it home, and like maybe they're not dogs anymore. Anyway, they've now gone into care, but it's quite a sweet picture actually, because they've kind of become a little bit used to him. Yeah. So the picture of them all hugging, saying goodbye and everything. I know. I was like, before they ripped out his throat and ate him. Yeah. So it's always a way. But they look cute and fluffy, but they're not. They're not really.
So cute and fluffy.
Anyway, Dion, that was just a disappointment after your story.
It was.
I can't even. I'm eradicating your story from my mind because
You're going to bring it back next week and pretend it's your story.
Yeah, because I just want to pretend you didn't say it, actually, because it was so good. It really was. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. It has been TheShow.global, episode number 16, with myself, Dion Mavath, and David Newsom. Dion, you here next week?
I am.
When are you away? You go away again on Monday?
Yeah, I go away tomorrow.
Jesus, always flying.
For a week.
For a week, yeah? So it'll be just over a week before the next episode. Anyway, love you long time. Remember, if you're going to do something naughty in the heat, if you're in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, then you're probably sitting indoors miserable in a coat. Remember to double bag it. She's probably got a disease of some sort, or him. So just be safe. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. Thanks very much for listening. See you next week. Ciao.
Ciao.
That was TheShow.global with David Newsom and Dion Mavath. Subscribe and listen at www.theshow.global.